Hello and welcome to the second video on this channel. It will be all about getting 10 Godsets to never stop playing this world again. Now this story starts with magma, and tons of it, since I need a good gold farm to produce 20 stacks of golden apples for the kits. I will need a lot of magma, 14,300 to be exact, so I started collecting resources for a magma farm. Since the design I picked for the magma farm needed a lot of slabs and blocks, I wanted to build a cobblestone farm, so I started gathering resources for it. As soon as I was done crafting and gathering resources, I started building the cobblestone farm. This farm was extremely easy to build and got me tons of cobblestone, so I could go to the next step of building the magma farm. But then I got sidetracked and started building a big pumpkin farm for emeralds. I started by gathering resources and getting a plan for the farm. And then I built 10 layers, but since I don't want to bore you, I won't show you all of the footage. But here's the finished farm. After that, I got a zombie into a minecart and started curing villagers for lower prices, which combined with my pumpkin farm got me tons of emeralds that I would later use for XP bottles, armor, tools, food and enchantment books. But since I needed tons of gold for golden apples for curing the villagers, I went into the nether and farmed silk touch nether gold. And so I went from overworld to nether, gathering nether gold and crafting golden apples to cure villagers, until every single villager was cured. After that, I realized that I forgot sweeping edge on my last video, so I put it on my sword. Now, in the course of this video, I would be buying XP bottles and underpearls from clerics, but I won't show every single clip of that. And that you know what I'm shooting for in this video, this is the exact kit I want to do 10 times. Then I went to a fortress to kill tons of blaze for an automatic brewing machine. And since I already was in a fortress, I decided to grab 3 wither skulls for a haste 2 beacon that I would later need to get 10 stacks of obby. I got the first skull fairly quickly, but the other 2 took quite a long time to get. But after some time I did it, so I started to head back home. As soon as I was back at base, I started building an auto brewer. But since I needed gunpowder to make the potion splash potions, I started gathering resources for an easy creeper farm. And when I was done, I started building it. This was when I checked back in on the strength potion brewer and the progress was massive. But then realizing that I needed another 2 brewers for speed and fire res, since I forgot Turtle Master that time, I started building another 2 brewer. But since I needed sugar for speed pots, I decided to build a sugarcane farm. The next task on the list was getting the resources for the magma farm, so I did that. Then I located the right biome on the nether roof and started bringing over the items for the farm. When all the items were transferred, I started building the collection system and the spawning platform. And after building the killing system, I started building up and AFKing.
Artlist.io.
But since I didn't only need magma, but also things like obsidian, I started killing a wither for getting a beacon.
Music licensing reimagined.
And after using some left up iron blocks from my iron farm, I started using my tier 2 beacon to get 10 stacks of obsidian. But then I got sidetracked once again and started getting some eggs for my turtle farm, which I would later use for scoots for Turtle Master potions. And then I got sidetracked from being sidetracked by building another 2 iron farms since my old one wasn't working.
Music licensing reimagined.
But since I now had all resources for the gold farm, I was finally ready, so I grabbed myself some fire resistance potions and started building.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
The entirety of the building process of the gold farm took me about 3 hours, but after some minor adjustments, I was finally done, beside the storage system and some other minor details.
Music licensing reimagined.
Now the last things on my list for the whole entire kits were only armor and tools, so I started grinding them out.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
But after some time I realized that I still needed an efficient XP farm and a cobweb farm, so I got myself some armadillos, because you need those for both. And now that I have everything in one place, I started breeding the armadillos, grinding armor and tools, and finally getting some cobwebs. I started my grind by building the small armadillo XP farm. Bringing the armadillos into the farm was a pain, but after some time I finally had 20 armadillos in the farm, making it the most efficient it will ever be.
Music licensing reimagined.
And then I started using the farm, combining armor and tools with the XP I was getting. This took a long time for me, but is cut down very short for you. I also completed grinding XP bottles and ender pearls, which I would later need for the kit as well. To have everything in one place, I put up 10 double chests and started filling them in with the kits that I wanted. And so I slowly started ticking off item after item from my list.
Music licensing reimagined.
But as the items got more expensive by the minute, I started grinding even harder to finish this goal of mine.
Artlist.io.
And after putting in all the swords, I realized that there was only one item left, the cobwebs. So I started building the farm, reflecting on the entire journey I had had behind me.
Music licensing reimagined.
And after putting in the zombie and the armadillos into the farm, it was ready. So I started using it. And as I grinded stack for stack of those cobwebs, I started remembering all the things that I did in this journey. From building farms to interacting with villagers, I had done it all in this video, and I was extremely proud of myself. And after that, I was done. I thank you all for watching, and since you did watch the entire video, I would appreciate a sub. I thank you for joining on this 40-hour project, and goodbye. Till the next one.